are now about to witness the strength
of the Big U Sports League.
Hey man, we like to welcome y'all to episode 6 of the Big U Business Podcast, man. We're going to talk about week 5, man. It's a lot of big matchups went down. Some people took some L's. Some stuff got shaken up this week, man. We're about to find out on the Big U Podcast. Who got the most sauce? Let's check them out this week, man. You don't want to miss out on this U Sports Podcast show, the Big U Business. Let's get it. Hall of Fame TV. Big U Business is one of the hottest new podcasts going around. Supporting the kids, man. Y'all support today. Tune in, watch, share the show. We be live tonight at 9 p.m. Join the live. You don't want to miss it. Talk about the best plays of the week. Interview some of the kids. Heisman. Let's get it. Pat Botees in the building. Big U Sports Podcast 2024. Let's get it. Hey, man. Shout out to all our media sponsors, man. Y'all doing y'all thing out there. Big U Sports League going crazy, man. 2024 is going down. Can't forget our pre-age, TNT. So y'all thing go there, age pre-united. Shout out to y'all boys. Week 5, man, we're going into week 6. We're ready to see who's going to take that trophy home for the championship.
We just playing with them on this one, yeah.
Yeah, we need that help right there for real.
Hey, man, it's welcome to Big U Business Podcast, week 7. Man, we about to recover week 6 in the Big U Sports League. It's about to go down. I got my boy Pat in the building and my boy Raymond. Let's get into it, man. Hey, week 6, man. Hey, week 6, you got to solidify your spot for playoffs. Season starting now. What y'all think?
Season definitely. We passed the midway point, so like we said, people were going to start separating themselves. I feel like this is the point of the season where you should see few upsets unless teams just ain't prepared to play. The results are starting to bear themselves out, and you're starting to see some separation in the standings. What you think, Raymond?
Yeah, earlier this season when we talked, I did say that, I would wait till mid-season or a few weeks before I drew conclusions on teams. And I think, Pat, you nailed it a week or so ago when you were saying that, people were going to show who they were. And by this time, you are who you are. And so, man, we had some great games this past weekend. We got some great games this upcoming weekend. So it's still there's still gonna be some separation that's gonna be going on. So, hey, man, we roll into Kincaid. And man, it's going down. I've had opportunity of putting my eyes on a lot of the Heisman candidates over the last couple of weeks, man. So, hey, everybody getting busy, man. Everybody getting busy, and the ones that ain't getting busy, hey, man, you know, get busy. You still got it. You still got hope that for y'all that don't know, the top 8 make the playoffs. And on the traditional side, man. So, hey, it's still a chance for you to get in that big dance, man. You get in that big dance, you know, you could potentially, you know, pull an upset or upset somebody, man, because it's any given Saturday. So, hey, separation Saturday.
I'm glad you said that, Raymond. So, and for the teams that don't make it, we actually got something for you to do as well. You're still gonna get a playoff experience. We'll let you guys know about that coming up and how that works out for the ones that don't make the playoffs.
And there you have it, man. Before we get into the show, man, who representing, man? Put them logos in the comments. Put them team colors in the comments, man. Let's see who's representing today. Week 6. Let's show out. Let me know in the comments right now. Give y'all about 45 seconds, man, to represent y'all team.
Throw it up.
And I want to see them
Put them up in there. Let me see them hearts.
Them hearts.
Them wolf heads. Them birds. What else they got in there? Them swords.
Them BFAs.
Them BFAs, man. You know.
Oh, I see you.
I see them dropping out there. They in the comments. They representing. I see them. Yeah, they in the comments, man.
Yeah, you know, I would say KCC, but after last weekend, you know, woo. We'll get into that though.
But hey,
yeah, it was a lot of BTA going on.
No, a lot of BTA going on, man. Thanks, man. But hey, before we get into the show, we got something new, man. Check Big U Sports MVP linemen going down. Pat, tell us a little bit more about it.
All right, man. So, you know, the Heisman Trophy ceremony will be coming up. We're going to do it the same weekend we do All-Star. So we're going to start getting ready to roll out the All-Star. Y'all start getting your nominees out there for All-Star. Of course, we talk Heisman all the time, so start getting these Heisman nominees out there. We're going to let you know when we're going to have the voting meeting. But also this year, we're adding the linemen. The linemen get to come out into the Heisman ceremony and get their award. They have their lineman MVP. They have a cool trophy to grab. And we're looking to have some more goodies out there for everybody that is in the room. If you're in the room, you deserve to be in the room, and you'll walk away with something. But, yeah, we got the lineman award. And it breaks down that it's a lineman, so not offensive or defensive lineman. It's just going to be a lineman. You know, a lot of these years go both ways. So there'll be a lineman. Hey, you might have a lineman that's a dominant offensive lineman. He's pretty cool on defensive end or whatever. But, hey, one lineman per level, and we're looking for that lineman. Start putting them nominees out there, man. It's time for them big boys to get their shine. No line, no shine.
Man, go vote today. In age pure, we will start the nominees at 7U. 8U, 9U, 10U, 11U, and 12U. And then traditional, it would start at 8U, 10U, and 12U. Explain why not 6U, Pat.
Yeah, this year we're not going to do the flags or whatever. I feel like we want to really highlight the guys in the trenches that are doing the heavy lifting on the tackle side. On the flag side, you might have a wide receiver type, body type that's, you know, on the offensive line just out of necessity. We'll address that next year, but I just really think this year we should start off with the guys that got on the gear and make sure that they get their shine.
I read it, man.
And yeah, hey, lineman parents. We get the parents that have wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs for kids, where they post them every day, all night, right? Lineman parents, where y'all at? Why we don't get why we don't get no big boys, you know what I'm saying, parents posting them? Like I kind of noticed that, like, if it's like a parent, if they got a quarterback, man, them parents, they be happy to post their kid and the highlights and everything else. My lineman parents, y'all,
I don't want to do this, man. Going into week 7, flood Hall of Fame TV and Big U Sports Messenger page, man, with big man content, pictures, videos, whatever you got of your son, big man. We want to show them love next week. Flood our pages this week.
You
Make
can't
Hall of Fame TV want to
you
see
can't
it.
play football without big men. Without big men, football is 7-on-7. That's all it is. It's routes on air. Like you literally have to have big men to have football. Where you at? Where you at, big guy parent? Where you at? Shout out to my guy Kyrie number 44 with the 7U Tar Heels, big man.
Hey, shout out to Bryce. He's always promoting and pushing too. Hey, have the same energy that Shannon Humphrey does. Everybody know who Dripper is because of all the highlights. So we want to see them highlights drop like that.
But yeah, man, this week 6, Big U Sports League is going down. We're gonna jump into the scores. We're gonna start off with the Bullet Academy, Football Academy. Let's get into their scores. Let's jump it off to who we want to start with. Let's start with the 6U. 6U was versus the Kaufman County Cowboys, 19-0.
Hey, shout out Geis, man. He putting in work, man, doing what they do, man. I'm excited to see them. I know they'll be in the championship, no doubt.
And then we have 7U, 27-0 against Eagle Mountain Horned Frogs.
Yeah, they took the long trip out to Eagle Mountain, man, and put it on them boys, man. Hey, Big U Bidnezz, baby. What I'm talking about.
Hey, look like somebody got welcome to Cane Island. They got welcome to Cane Island.
And then we have the AU coming in 19-6 over Kaufman County Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Hey, a much anticipated matchup for the week. And I thought Bullet really showed the strength of the Big Youth by, pretty much handling one of the biggest teams out there.
Again, handing up 9U, 12-6. I guess Kaufman County gave them a fight in this game, but it still wasn't enough. Bullet Academy.
Was that the 9U? I know somebody put out the highlights. I thought it was the 10U game, but if this is the game I'm thinking about, this game went to overtime. And I was looking at market speed, man, and they had a goal line stand to win in overtime, and they went crazy. The celebration was dope. They ran all the way from this end of the end zone all the way to that end of the end zone and pointed up at the scoreboard. I thought that was a pretty dope celebration.
And you had the 11U beating them boys 49-0, scoring 14 points each quarter almost.
Sheesh. The boys putting in work, man. 11U is stepping up and doing their things. A much anticipated matchup in the future is coming. Y'all stay tuned.
And then you had the 12U at the end of the day handing up 34-6 over Iron Horse.
Hey, 12U got a big time matchup coming up this week. So every time you look up to 12U beating the hell out of everybody, this is an opportunity for them to really test their mettle when they play RCU this week.
And then also over in the Age Peer United, Texas Tar Heels went up against Garland Underdogs 30-0.
Good bounce back win. They are trying to get back on track after the Bullet game. The offense, looking at the score, it got back on track, man. So hey, they looking to get their lick back down the road.
Hey,
and I'm gonna say this about the Tar Heels. Also, man, we I don't know. I think we kind of felt like they fell off because of that one loss, but bro, they literally just lost 6-0. And so they are only 6 points away from, handling up the next time. The Tar Heels are still the Tar Heels. They one of them beast teams in the league.
And there you have that's our age period. We'll move over to the traditional. We got Big Tink in the building, man. One of the Heisman candidates for the Texas Fade Warriors on the traditional side. But we'll start off with Dallas Cardinals versus DFW Cobra 12U. 41-12. Dallas Cardinals way.
I was actually the DFW Cobras. I think we gonna be talking to
King Davis,
with the
show, yeah.
Yeah, with King Davis and the 12U Cardinals, and they said that the DFW Cobras have a kid number 1 on their team that is a very dynamic kid. He is the one that scored twice on them. Dallas Cardinals 12U have not given up a lot of points this year, but they do have a dynamic kid. So they got a big matchup coming up here soon against Bullet, actually in a couple weeks, I think on the 19th. So that's kind of where they are with that. But great game on that part.
And then 10U 12-42, Dallas Cardinals way.
Yeah, Montreal, Heckard, and Mackay got loose this past weekend. Man, that passing combination between those two is becoming pretty good every weekend. They are putting up points. Montreal is really starting to come into his own as a quarterback. And so, yeah, great game with them. The 8U game, 20-13, the DFW Cobras played them really tough. Again, had a conversation with Brent and with Keelan about that game. And, you know, I had to ask the question of whether, you know, the Cardinals took the foot off the gas or whether whether the Cobras just played them tough. A Cardinals flag team, man, they're going to do this to people. You know, again, they had their loss against against the Texas Wolves past weekend, but man, they rolling into Kincaid as well with A-Train and that defense. They're really hard to stop. They're really hard to contain. So great shout out to the Cardinals, man. Another weekend of a sweep. They have multiple of those this year. So shout out to the Cardinals.
And then you had a Texas State Warriors travel down to the Wichita Falls level. Oh, you had something to say?
Yeah, I was going to say before we moved on to the next set of games, the Cobras, I want to give that AU credit because I kind of had a feeling in the preseason that they had something from what they did last year. Their point differential is only a +5. So they've scored 85 and allowed 80. So that lets you know that they're not a pushover. It's going to be a tough game every time you play that AU.
Okay, then we back over to Texas State Warriors traveling down to Wichita Falls. 6U taking a loss, 42-6. Wichita Falls Leopard.
Hey, Wichita Falls Leopard. I know they can talk about DJ Jordan, but they got 2 or 3 other killers out there that do their thing, man. Big hunting. They're going to be a team to reckon with on that 6U level come playoff way. So I mean, they have the absolute talent to win this thing and surprise some people. Their record is 4-1, guys. So the Wichita Falls Leopard on 6U, no pushover whatsoever. They are 4-1. They're the second highest score points in the league behind the Cardinals. So yeah, they that team on 6U.
And I will say this, just to throw this in. Captain did not play. The star kid for the Texas State Warriors did not play in that game against Wichita Falls Leopard, which is most likely why that score looks the way it looked.
Okay.
All right. State Warriors on 8U.
There you go, Pat. You got it.
Yes, sir. Okay, my bad. Yeah, on 8U, Texas State Warriors. They got 2 big time levels, and that 8U is one of those levels. They remain undefeated. They have scored 166 points this year. And you know what? Let me think about this. I don't think they've allowed a single point this year. They have outscored their opponents 166-0. Let that sink in, guys. That's a pound for pound team that should be moving up that chart, man. This 8U team is something special.
Hey, you know, the funny thing is we interviewed, we have an interview with KD and with Tink, and bruh, half that team is 7-year-olds. Like, you know, majority of his linemen are 7. You know what I'm saying? So not only is he a problem this year, but he's going to be a problem next year on AU. So, yeah, get used to it, guys.
All right, on that 10U, the 10U, woo, man, we going to have Clash of the Titans this week. The Texas State Warriors 10U is putting in work, and they're the exact same team as that 8U. I mean, they're putting in a lot of points every single week. Right now, they have scored 190 points, and this is right, and haven't given up any. So they have scored 190 points and have not given up any. So between the 8U and 10U, they have scored about 370 points and have not given up a single point. That's what you call pound for pound Big U business right there, man. They got a Clash of the Titans when they play Sleazy Bob on this level. My Lord, game of the week. Everybody show up. Clear bag policy.
Best behavior.
No drama. No drama. Good football. No drama.
Good football, no drama, dog. Because this one is the game. God, dog.
But then we had a 12U Texas State Warriors 33-28. That was a good game.
Great game, great game. And
That was surprising.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was going to say that was surprising. That score, that Texas State Warriors 12U team is getting better every week.
Literally what I was going to say. They're getting better every week because Wichita Falls Leopards, we felt like came into the season winning advantage because last year they played 11U age pure. And so all those players were coming all up together or whatever. But a great game. And all their games have been competitive with Wichita Falls. Their point differential was pretty close. But yeah, the Warriors are kind of finding out about themselves. This is the first time that they had 12U, and they're really finding their way through this season and navigating this thing the right way. It ain't how you begin, it's how you end. When you get there, the playoffs, you should be playing your best ball.
Yep.
And then we also move along to the league. We have the Chiefs versus the Wolves. 6U. Wolves 20-7. I thought that was gonna be a better game. I really did thought that was gonna be a better game. But Baby G just took over that game.
Yeah, G Baby. Yeah, I had a conversation with a couple other flag coaches, man, and it's just a consensus. Like, if they don't pull his flag before he gets to the line of scrimmage, if he gets to the line of scrimmage, he's gone. He's gone. There ain't no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Like, G Baby may be the most dynamic flag kid that I may have
in the history of flag
that I may have seen all year. Just in the state, I've seen several flag teams. I've seen some really good flag teams, but just I don't know if I've seen one as dynamic as he is. And on top of that, not only do they have the dynamic player, but then they have a dynamic coaching staff. It is really hard to beat Jay and Roddy. Like, you can swap kids out with them. They can get a whole new team next year, and it's still gonna be hard to beat them. So shout out to that 12U team. 8U, the BTA boys, man. Coach Devin, they did their thing. DeMarcio Hall, man, is really, really starting to take over that team. I seen him get busy this weekend as a running back. Last week with the Cardinals, he got busy as a wide receiver. And he's always gonna bring that heat on that defense. The Texas Wolves 8U may be one of our top defenses just in the league. They hold everybody to a low points. The only people that they had a problem with was Texas State Warriors, and again, Pat gave the numbers on them. So I mean, it's not like they didn't do that to everybody. On that 10U level, Sleazy Mob gonna do what Sleazy Mob gonna do. I heard Mr. Michael Trotter for the Texas Wolves did get down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He had some runs.
Out there. He did show he was a MVP. I mean, Heisman candidate. He did show he was a Heisman candidate. He just didn't have enough on his team.
He just didn't have enough, man. And Braylon is just Braylon. Braylon, again, could be our pound for pound top kid athlete in the entire league. Right, because he can do it on both sides of the ball. I told somebody I don't know if he's a better quarterback or a middle linebacker, and I don't even think he's a middle linebacker. I think he's a safety, but that's beyond the point right now. But yeah, so running into Cam and Sleazy Mob, man, that's just bad for anybody's health at this point in time. And like Pat said, this weekend, 10U Sleazy Mob versus the 10U Texas Faith Warriors. We get to see the Bell brothers versus Braylon, right? We're going to talk about the Bell boys later on, but the Bell boys for Texas Faith Warriors against Braylon and that receiving core for the North Texas Chiefs Elite, man, it is going to go down this weekend, man. This is Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, man. This Muhammad Ali versus, George Foreman, baby. Like this is big time. So,
as a matter of fact, Hall of Fame I'm pretty sure after this game you're gonna have that video you had last time. Down goes Frazier. Frazier is going down on one of these games.
Yeah, I had it ready prepared. Yes.
Because we don't have any ties in the Big Youth League. Like, not in the like somebody's got to win that game on Saturday. So We look forward to that. 12U, man, Texas Wolves 12U, they are a problem. I look forward to seeing the matchup when they play against the Lancaster Bulldogs. But behind Dallas Cardinals, man, Texas Wolves, they lost a really good game to the Cardinals that didn't get finished last weekend. And so they look like they came out and released all their aggression against the Chiefs and Ears past Saturday, man, putting up 48 points. Jace and that wide receiving core, those running back, that big running back that they have, man, that's just a really good team, good 12U team that they got.
No doubt.
And then we had Grand Prairie Hurricanes. Pat, what was the score for the Grand Prairie Hurricanes?
Grand Prairie Hurricanes, they played the Lancaster Elite. The flag won 25-0. What's your favorite player over there with the Grand Prairie Hurricanes, number 88?
Mason. Damn, his daddy told me his name. His name's Mason, though. I forgot his last name.
All right, Mason. Hey, y'all put him in the comment. Shout him out. And then the 12U, 8U, 12-0 on a forfeit, and then Grand Prairie Hurricanes 10U won 20-0 over Lancaster Elite. And I like the Grand Prairie 10U team. They're really big 10U team, and I feel like they're gonna have an opportunity. Right now they're kind of sitting there 500, but I feel like they have a team that can challenge in the playoffs. So make sure you're ready when it comes to the playoffs.
And there you have it, man. That brings us to the scores of week 6. We about to move on to the next segment. Before we move on to the next segment, man, y'all see us dropping that commercial for the merch. Go get that merch today, man. It's about to get cold. You need some sweaters. You need some jackets, man. Pat, let them know what all coming this fall.
Hey, man, look, we got the long sleeves. I got the long sleeves on today. We got the hoodies in effect. Make sure you get that. We'll have some merch at the playoff locations. So get all your Big U merch, All-Star game nominees and stuff. We're probably going to put out an All-Star shirt and probably have a little spot where you can write your kid name in. I'm going to do something kind of cool like that where you can write your kid name in, do your write-in votes. Even if they don't make it, you can still write the shirt. But, yeah, man, shout out to the people that's doing the merch, and we'll have merch at the playoff locations. Get your merch today.
Hey man, how can I get that Big U Sports League merch?
Hey, you asked for it. We got it. Big U Sports League merch. Go to our website, thebigyoutleague.com. Go to the merch tab and choose the merch you want. We got t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, and anything you need. Thebigyoutleague.com. Our staff will create these pieces for you and mail them off to you. Drop ship at the drop of a dime. Big U Sports League merch at thebigyoutleague.com.
That'll be 6.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. I told her take this.
Why you so
got the Texas Fake Warriors in the building, man. We got KD and Lil Tink in the building. Hey, let's get it, Raymond.
Hey man, that's big Tink, man. That's big Tink. That ain't nothing little about Tink, man. You know what I'm saying? So man, welcome Texas State Warriors. We got the Coach KD, Coach Crossley in the building. We got Tink in the building. Man, kind of pull your camera up a little bit.
We can't see your face, KD.
Right.
Up. Yeah, up. There we go.
Up a little bit. There we go. Now we can see them Crossleys. Now we can see them Crossleys. Now we can see what Mama Crossley made. There we go. Hey, man, we got the Texas State Warriors in the house, man. We got Big Tink in the house, one of our top 8 U kids in the entire league. Pound for pound, one of the best running backs, one of my favorite linebackers, man, as well. Man, how y'all doing on this great Sunday afternoon?
Man, pretty good, man. Ready to watch the Cowboys.
Man, well, let's get right to it, Tink. Since I got you, man, I don't want to interrupt your time because I know you're a busy man. So tell me, what is it like to be considered one of the top kids in the entire league, football-wise? What is it like to hear your name banded around like that?
It's been great. I want to make it to the Heisman.
You ready to get that high? You ready to get to that Heisman?
Yeah.
But man, it's a lot of tough competition on that level this year, man. Have you seen some of the competitors? Have you seen Kyrie Ingram with the Dallas Cardinals play?
No, not yet.
You haven't seen him yet? Okay. So what drives you in football, man? What makes you so good in football?
It's just going to lead my team to the championship.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man.
I got a question.
So do you have aspirations?
How do you prepare to be a Heisman candidate, Tink?
You got to be a hard worker to do that.
Okay, yeah, because I had a conversation with another Heisman candidate on team, Mr. Braylon Richardson, one of our top kids, man, and one of the things that his dad was saying is it's just a workout. Like he doesn't have to ask him to work out. So, Tink, what is your workout routine?
Sometimes we be doing drills and all of that. We be running up the hill.
Hills a lot for sure, man. Mondays in our organization, we do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays for practice. But every Monday, we work out on our own during the season. And then throughout the season, we would 3-4 days a week. It's just like I say, it's a lifestyle. This football stuff in this household is a lifestyle. And they bought into it. You know what I mean? They fell in love with the game, and I'm gonna ride with them until the wheels fall off. I mean, until they decide what they want to do with their life, man. And we gonna rock out with football. They learning to love it, and I'm loving it. You know what I mean? I'm with them.
So let me ask you that, Katie, because you also have your other son, Kai, who is also a dynamic player. As a parent, what goes into, because it's not a normal parent lifestyle when you have a student athlete. So what goes into you and Miss Crosby? What goes into y'all's routine when dealing with the kids? You guys have school, you guys have practice, you guys have work, you guys have all those things going on. So what is the Crosby routine just to making sure that the kids are balanced?
Man, me personally, that balance for me when I first started off is really understanding that this sport and what they're doing has to be fun to them. And when I say that is that it's a limit of pushing them and knowing, hey man, if we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it full-fledged, and understanding when, you gotta understand what you're dealing with. And I have kids, they kids, they 6 and 7 years old. And for me, trying to make sure that it's always fun. And understanding when we working for something that it's not gonna always be easy. It's not gonna be peaches and cream. We gotta work to put up 40 points and stuff like that. So it's a time for us to work, and it's a time for us to enjoy the work that we put in and motivating them. Like I said, we make deals every game. My kids, they love wrestling. Outside of football, they love wrestling, WWE. We make deals every game. Like, hey man, you do this, you do that on defense, you do that on offense. You know what I mean? We go get this. So I get them motivating tactics too. And that motivates them outside of them falling in love with the game on their own. And as they grow up, it won't turn into something where it's like this is something that I had to do versus this is something that I want to do. You know,
Right.
I would say
Right.
that.
So Tink, outside of football, what else do you like to do, sir? What do you like to do in school? What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math.
Man, you the second kid. I'm
Kid.
loving this,
Yeah.
man. I'm loving this. I'm loving you. My second Heisman candidate that's done said that they love math. All you young kids out there, I want y'all to notice something, man. All these kids that are on this level, that are Heisman candidate, that are superstar athletes, notice what all of them are saying when it comes to their grades. We're dealing with straight A students who are math kids, right?
Yeah.
And I work in the industry, man. You know, dealing with high level construction, but there's not enough engineers, right? We don't see enough engineers. We surely don't see enough black engineers, right? Or architects and things like that, things that require math. So I'm not gonna get on my rant, but man, I love that. I love that. I'm a big advocate of education and with our students, especially our young athletes that look like us, right? So we want to make sure that we always are honoring that part, man. So I appreciate that answer, Tink. KD, let's talk about some of your other levels real quick, man. Let's start off with let's go down. Let's start off with the 12U.
Okay.
Man, that 12U has surprised several people.
Yeah.
So how has that development of that level come? And considering that you didn't even have that level at the beginning of this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I would probably say 12U and 6U are probably the two age levels that dealt with the most adversity. Uh, and 12U, man, like just coming off of this weekend, Wichita Falls Leopards is a hell of a 12U. I was impressed by them, and with us being on the road and with them being, I think, champions on 11U last year, I believe. You know, I knew that, you know, they should be a pretty decent team, and you know, we fought through adversity and we won that game, man. Like I say, we went into the end of the summer, you know, I'm talking about, I would say about 12 boys consistently, you know, if that, you know, and we, you know, to know what we were going through and to see where we at now, we right there in the fight. We right there in the fight on 12U, man. I'm hella proud of them. Shout out to Avery, Coach Avery. Shout out to Coach Jay. Shout out to Coach Zach. Shout out to Coach Ronnie, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of that 12U, man. I got a kid on the 12U, man. Eli, I put him up against anybody. I put him up against anybody, man. He proved that last weekend, the weekend before against Eagle Mountain, and then he went and topped that this weekend against Wichita Falls by winning in like a last play of the game type of thing, man. He put the team on his back, man. I'm proud of 12U.
Man, all right. So then let's work our way down, man. Let's talk about them billboards and them billboards and that 10U.
Yeah,
Before we got on camera, man, we were talking about the fact that they are both Heisman candidates, right? And this could be a situation to where they could literally, that trophy could be at the Bell household,
yeah,
courtesy of either one of the Bell brothers, if not both of them.
yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the Bell brothers and that 10U team?
Man, first off, with that, with my 10U, man, I really feel like in the whole organization, they might be the most slept on and underrated coming into this season. I knew how special that team was going to be, just the world didn't know, and it's, you know, it's starting to catch wind now. So that whole 10U team, the coaching staff, man, I'm hella proud of them. And going into the Heisman candidates, you know, Aiden and Amir, like I said before we got on the show, man, when I say it's they are a rare talent and they come in a package deal. And when I say that they it's not like they both do the same thing. Like you go into a game where one is breaking for 80 yards 2 times on offense, and the other one is stripping the ball out of somebody's hand and scoring. And then the next weekend they do the same thing but just flop. The one that had the defensive game does offense, and the one that does the offense, I mean, they balance each other to a point where if they do win the Heisman, it has to be a thing where they both up there together. I mean, that's how similar they are to each other, man. It's not one of those things where it's like, man, one, one twin, that's the one that's the Heisman, man. When I tell you, anybody that's played them and seen them, man, it's like 1 and 2. You know what I mean? It's a 1-2 hit punch. They complement each other, and man, like I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen nothing like them in a long time.
Man, I haven't either. Man, they are as dynamic of players
players.
And the fact that it's two of them, right?
Two
Like,
of them, man.
you know, I've seen teams that just have that outright dog on it, that kid that's just all over the place. It doesn't, you know, he hits you like a linebacker, he runs like a cornerback, he's smart like a safety, you know, but then you're talking about two kids having the same trait. Like,
Yeah,
I think you could put you, and then the fact that they could play at every level of the defense. They can.
yeah,
I've seen them play on the line. I've seen them
yeah,
play linebacker. I've seen them play in the secondary. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, so, man, just
They
being
do it
able
all.
to, they can do it all. Let's talk about that flag team, man. I know that flag team, you really kind of built them on the fly, man, after the spring, and you came up with captain. So,
Yeah,
talk about captain a little bit, man, and that flag team that you got over there.
man. Like I mentioned when we were talking about the 12U, I think I know for a fact my 8U, I mean my 6U and my 12U went through the most adversity. I mean it's easy. Anybody in the organization would second that. With my flag team, man, like I say, we went from in the spring, being the spring champions in Big Youth, playing a very talented Texas Wolf team and winning pretty comfortably in that spring championship to pretty much having to start all the way over on flag. When it comes to coaching staff and players, you know what I mean? It's a brand new team from the spring with us going into leaving the spring being, the top flag team around. So for me to have to, rebuild that within an 8 week span and us being right in the fight on flag right now too, man. We're competing, man. This weekend we took our toughest loss to the Wichita Falls Leopards, which is a good flag team. We didn't travel well. Captain wasn't able to make it down there, and that was a big difference in that game. But Captain himself, man, I gave him the nickname. I gave him that nickname as soon as he got over here. He's a leader. You know what I mean? As soon as we got him, man, he speaks up, he leads the team, and his name is Christian. And I just start calling him captain and it stuck. But when you around the kid, he's a special kid and the name fits him. Like I say, he came from a team where he was playing 6U tackle. His dad decided to let him, drop back down and play 6U flag, and it's working out for him, man. Like the maturity level that he has on this level, it sticks out, and everything that he's doing right now, he deserves it, man. Shout out to Captain, shout out to his dad.
Yeah, and that goes to show you, if now when you mention the fact that, because I saw that score, and I was like,
Yeah,
but
it was a little
that
surprise.
speaks for itself, though. That speaks for
Yeah,
it without having a captain on there. That then because D3, D Jordan up there, the flag kid, he's a problem. And if you don't
yeah, he's
have
a
something,
special kid.
yeah, and if you don't have something to match him on the opposite side, like
It's tough.
the Leopards, they'll run off on you. They'll run
Yeah,
off
he's
on
not a
you.
he's not a Heisman candidate for nothing, for sure. I seen it firsthand, man. A lot of respect for the Wichita Falls Leopard, man. We had to travel, and this is not something that we didn't know overnight. We just didn't travel well on the flag level, and it cost us. But like I say, we still in the fight, man. We still in the fight.
Man, well, we gonna end it up talking about your level. We're gonna talk about that 8 team, man, and it's funny because I talked to the Cardinals earlier and was talking about that 8 got team, and it's just so funny because it worked out to me. It worked out beautifully that y'all actually don't get to see each other, right? So
Yeah,
you got these two powerhouse 8 teams that's just knocking everybody off in the league and literally will not see each other unless they both make it to the championship
make it to the
game.
championship
You know what I mean? Like you guys literally wouldn't even see each other in the playoffs because
in
it's
the
going to be a
playoffs.
1-2 seeding, right? And so, man, have you followed that 8U Cardinals team? Have you seen them play?
Um, I seen them play when they played the Chiefs because they were the game of the week, so it was live streamed by Big Youth, and I was able to see them, and I was impressed by their defense, honestly, more than their offense. If you really want me to be honest with you, they fly to the ball. They seem to be pretty disciplined, and that's the team that I'm offensive coordinator, so I'm paying attention to defense very, very closely. And like I say, it's a lot. I see a lot of kids that swarming to the ball. It wasn't a game where one kid stuck out to me on defense, and that's what makes a team like them scary because it's a team effort. You know what I mean? It's easy to key one person and kind of get him out of the game, but for the Cardinals defense alone, I seen a team effort, and I was impressed by that on the one game that I seen against the Chiefs. Offense, they have speed. You know what I mean? The Cardinals have some speed. I think that's the Kyrie kid, man. I think I seen him break on a play against the Chiefs, and it was, and I was like, man, it wasn't no out to the boundary trying to get to the outside, man. He hit the hole and he was gone. And you don't see that a lot on the AU level because a lot of these kids are still understanding how to really read the holes and run the ball. But that kid understands it at an early age, and that's what makes him scary. Definitely a Heisman candidate, in my opinion.
So let me ask Big Tink, when you on defense, man, when you're playing against a kid like a superstar running back or a real fast running back, do you get up for them type of games, man, knowing that you're playing against a really good running back?
No.
No, it's same day, same story to you, huh? It don't matter who it is, huh?
Yeah, and I actually think that's the most legit answer that Tink probably gave on here because we got this thing of asking, like, matter of fact, where does everything start at? In your head. So, like, we treat everything the same. I mean, the big games versus the games that we don't consider the big games, man, we got to go out there and do our job. If you do what you taught, at the best of your ability, it don't matter who we playing, man, the same results should come. So, I actually respect that answer, man. I respect it.
Man, you know who I don't think gets a lot of love, enough love, man? It's your quarterback.
Yes.
It's your AU quarterback.
Yes,
because
sir.
he is actually, he to me is like a silent leader. He's a kid because I've watched him from afar, right? And he's just he's laid back, right? He just, because let's just be honest, team gets a lot of attention because of the caliber kid he is. Kai gets a lot of attention because of the type of kid he is. But man, it's almost like, people don't talk about your quarterback at all. And he's to me like the glue to the whole thing because I watch him and how he commands the offense because those plays are coming from you to him, right? He's having to give those plays. He's having to get those guys in position, and we just don't really ever talk about him. Can you talk a little bit about that kid?
Man,
we coming up on 4 minutes, Raymond. You good? Keep going.
Yeah, I gotta get him in there. The first thing is that for the ones that don't know, his name is Corey Roseman. That baby been with me since day one, since the day that I started the organization. He was my quarterback on that 6U flag level when we won, and he's one of my captains. And if our captain badges, we don't do the typical C. Every captain has like a specific letter on their jersey, and he has the letter V, and that's for the voice. He's the voice of the team. He's a vocal kid. He's not as laid back as he might come off to be. He's always the one that speaks up for the team, and I'm telling you right now, he's the best quarterback on AU. I mean, I know it's gonna be some teams that's don't object to that, but the proof is in the pudding, man. Like I say, Corey is one of the few kids on my team that's not talked about enough. I got a handful of them. I mean, we can go on and on. You know what I mean? For us to be dominant and not giving up points, I mean, that's not just a one kid thing, man. That's a team effort, and Corey is one of the kids that is not talked about enough. I got a lot of them, but like I said, he's been with me since day one, and he's a very smart kid. He catches on really quick, and I know he's leading in passing touchdowns as an AU kid, man. I think last weekend he scored. He threw 4 touchdowns. He threw one to John Brown. He threw one to Colin Battle. One to my youngest son Kaka, and then he ran one in, man. Like he's definitely by far one of the top, AU quarterbacks in the league, man. I love him to death, man. He's been with me since day one, and I'm gonna rock with him till the wheels fall off.
Hey, you brought up that kid John Brown, man. I like that kid John Brown on offense.
JB, he's a receiver. That's what I said. We can go on and on, man. John Brown, Colin Battle, DJ McConnell, Case Young, who else, man? Bryson, Armani, man. When I tell you from top to bottom, man, we got so many dogs. The best thing that we could have did on the traditional level is bringing that pure 7U and that pure 8U. And we lost some pieces on both, but bringing those together made us very dominant because the young kids that we do have, they are mature. You know what I mean? Like we half and half on both sides of the ball. I have half 7-year-olds starting on offense and half 7-year-olds starting on defense, man. I got 3 7-year-olds on my offensive line. You know what I mean? Out of the 5. So like I say, we truly traditional, man. And like I say, man, I'm blessed. I think this is by far the most talented team I've had in the 3 years I've been in the league. And
Well,
that's saying
man,
a lot.
you got a big matchup coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Against the Chiefs. I definitely am going to be out there, man.
Oh yeah, they the
I
game of
got
the
to
week.
say,
I don't know which level, but they the game of the week.
yeah, it's got to
In
be the
my
game.
opinion, I feel like that game of the week should be the 10U game. I really do, and that's saying a lot with me being an AU head coach. But I feel like what the Chiefs have been doing on the 10U side, they're undefeated. My 10U is undefeated, and like I say, when you break down every age level, man, that's the game. That's the game of the week.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
definitely,
do.
man. Having the Bell boys, seeing what the Bell boys can do with Braylon.
Yeah,
Seeing what the
for
Bell
sure.
boys can do with Braylon, right? I think defensively, you guys may kind of be close to the same. It's going to be whether Aiden and Amir can contain Braylon,
Yeah,
right? Braylon, to me, Braylon is probably pound for pound. He may be one of our best kids in the league, and it doesn't matter what level he's on. And I know Amir and Aiden, they're right there with him. But as far as I think, because he's a quarterback as well, and he has that ball in his hand so often, and it's just like Corey, right? When they're able to have that ball in their hands so often, they become such a dynamic playmaker. So I really do think that is going to be a good game. I look forward to that one, and seeing with again, to me, that's the matchup. It's the Bell boys versus Braylon. Can they contain him? And can they? Because what teams have started where they fail at with him is you got to come up, because you can't let him break containment. But if he doesn't break containment, then you also have to have defensive players back, because he'll throw it over your head, right? So he presents a problem, and I think the Bell boys present a problem for any offense, because of the amount of the speed and their ability to go from speed to power. Because I've often seen them run to tackles, man, and just completely collapse pockets, right? So they're not always going to try to run around you. Every now and then they'll put their head down and run right into your chest. So, man, I really look forward to that game, brother. I think that's going to be possibly one of the game of the years, man. So we look forward to that.
Definitely one for the city, man. Definitely one for the city, especially for the city of Fort Worth, man. I'm excited about that game, man. I really am.
Yeah, man. And we get to see Kiera, and his play calling and his defense against Cam in that offense, and Cam calling that offense, man. So that's gonna be a good one, man. That's gonna be a real good one. So again, we got the Crosleys, man. We got Big Tink. We got KD. I know Kai somewhere in the back. I know Mama Crosby somewhere in the house, man. I know the baby is in the house. I saw the picture of one more coming. Bro, the Crosleys, they going to have a basketball team in the house in a minute. They going to go from a football squad to a basketball team. You know what I'm saying? But hey, bro. Hey, man, that's what God said, baby. He said, be fruitful and multiply. Keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep growing your organization, man. You're one of our top organizations in the whole league. Probably one of the top organizations in the North Texas Metroplex area, man. So congratulations to your squad, bro. And look forward to seeing y'all later on this year.
Man, I appreciate you, Raymond, man. I appreciate you, Hall of Fame. Appreciate y'all for having me on.
Bet.
No problem, boss, man. No problem. We'll holler at you.
All right,
You
man.
have
Big Texas State.
Texas State Warriors in the building.
Hey, man, let's get into Sauce Boss Week 6. Check out some of our contestants, man. We have on the left, Texas State Warriors, Big Team, number 21, the black and white. Then we coming up, we have the Dallas Cardinals in that fire white, orange, and yellow, man, with the Jordan cleats. Hey, little homie Fred. Then we also have the Lancaster Bulldogs in the building, and that white and red. Then we got the Grandparent Hurricane with the two-tone socks, green and orange, with the two-tone shoes. And then we got the Bullet Academy, number 5 in the building, in the orange, with the pink sleeves, pink wristbands around his knees. Y'all let me know who y'all think should be Sauce of the Week, Week 6. And there you have it, man. Dallas Cardinals, KD, 10U, Sauce Boss Week 6, man. Hey, KD was saucy, man. He got the custom cleats to match the icy uniforms with the red shield, white gloves. Young man was saucy, man. Hands down, Sauce Boss Week 6. Hey, it was some more competition though, but this week goes to Cardinals. Shout out to KD. He's that man this week. Too much sauce.
Audemars heel blow now. That's too much sauce. That's too much sauce. Got too much sauce. That's too much sauce. I got too much sauce. Protect Philippe, the plain one. That's too much sauce. Got diamonds on all of my fingers. That's too much sauce.
Yeah, all of my diamonds they shining. Haters like knock that off. Yeah, all of your diamonds are fake.
Man, we back. Y'all check out them highlights from week 6, man. But we about to get into the key players of the week. We're going to start off with 6U, Baby G. Texas Wood, most dynamic flag player in the state. What y'all think about this?
It's G Baby.
It's G Baby. My bad. Let me get that right. G Baby. G Baby. My bad.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, we done butchered him. He done been Baby G, G Money, but it's actually G Baby.
Hey, man. Hey. Go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the most dynamic players. We just said it in the previous segment. Probably in the history of flag. Another player that comes to mind was a player that played with the Cardinals last year. King Rush. But yeah, man, I think those two players are probably two of the most dynamic players that ever played flag in the DFW anyway. And so I put them on my Hall of Fame. And G Baby actually has a chance to win back-to-back Heismans. I don't know if that's been done in the city. It probably has, maybe Booby or somebody. But yeah, and as far as Big U, yeah, this guy's a real front runner.
And then we have another key player, Kane Island. How good is the Bullet defense after the shutout win over Tar Heels and Eagle Mountain Horned Frogs?
Man, welcome to Kane Island. That 7U defense, man, is just super dynamic. He is a key part to that defense. They have other kids on that defense. Number one, the defensive lineman is spectacular, but Kane just really pops out. Just the charisma that he has, along with his play style. Again, man, Kane Island. You know what I'm saying? That Bullet defense is something serious to deal with on that 7U.
And I got them as far as the stats. They've scored 159 points this year and have given up 0, stingy with the Nero.
I like that, Pat. And then we have on the 8U division, keep that Pete Crawford, Texas State Warriors. Can anyone keep up the pace with Texas State Warrior offense?
Woo, hey, big time matchup. We got the Chiefs and the 8U Texas State Warriors, man. And I mean, it feels like that 10U matchup too. Big time matchup. Man, they have been a machine. So it's really time to see this machine keep rolling. It's a shame that them and the Cardinals didn't get the matchup this year because it was 10 teams and you can only match up against 8 of them. Some teams missed some teams. So it'll be interesting if they get a chance to see each other in the playoffs.
It worked out perfectly for me. It worked out perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Because all they got to do is just tote that water to the line. You know what I'm saying? If they can get through the rest of the season without dropping, or if they can get to the season without dropping a game, man, and get through the playoffs, they will potentially see each other in a championship game. If the only way that they will see each other and play each other on that 8U is if they see each other in the Super Bowl. So, man, that's how you want it.
And then on that 10U level, we got Montreal Hecker, Dallas Cardinal, maybe the best pure 10U quarterback in the league.
I think what that means is he may be the best pure quarterback on 10U in the league. He is a traditional kid, but he has been lighting up the scoreboard here over the last few weeks. I think this past weekend he had 4 touchdowns. I think the weekend before that, they ran into a stiff Texas Wolves team, but the weekend before that, he also had 5 touchdown passes, if I'm not mistaken. So I have to go back and look at all of his stats, but he could potentially lead the league in touchdown passes as a quarterback. So, man, just watching him grow as a kid, I've seen him for a few years now. So, man, big shout out to Montreal and to that 10U staff, Coach Doyle, and what they've grown and evolved to.
And then another standout kid on the 10U, Braylon Richardson, Sleazy Mob, could be the best league MVP no matter the age group.
So for me, Braylon, like I think I said earlier in the show, Braylon is probably the pound for pound best athlete that we have in the league. I would put, him maybe over cheat code by, some inches or whatever. But I just don't know of another kid that's as good as a quarterback as he is on defense on that level that compares to Braylon. And his work ethic. His work ethic is what separates him from any and everybody. It's like I don't know how many kids are going to outwork him. Like, so that's what I got on Mr. Braylon Richardson.
And then we move right along to the 11U division. Hey, that DEA versus Bullet. Kincaid showdown for the championship. Can Bullet bust the Dragon battle bubble?
Woo, hey, that's gonna be a big time matchup, man. And shout out to DEA, man. I'm gonna say this: they played Saturday against the Georgia Eagles, and they were winning 8-0 when Georgia literally walked off the field. Man, I would have let them walk all the way to Georgia, man, and took my win.
I was out there. They walked off about 25 minutes. They did walk off about 25 minutes. The second quarter, 4 minutes and 4 seconds left.
Bruh,
DEA had the momentum and everything.
I almost called them and say, man, let them keep walking, man. Take our victory and take that number 1 slot, man. God, dog. But, hey, Courtney, hey, he wants to play the whole game and get it in. They did. And I felt like they lost the momentum in the second half or even before halftime with what happened. I don't know if Georgia Eagles did that on purpose. It felt like they did because, I mean, the penny ante call that they were going crazy about wasn't worth walking off the field for. So next time I'm gonna show up to that game and I'm staying on the sideline. I'm gonna tell them they not allowed back on the field.
And then Raymond, hit me with the names of the Dragon 11U athletes, man. Let's recap some of these Dragons 5-star athletes.
I know we've got number 2, Caleb Allen, number 6, Todd Stewart, number 14, Mr. John Woodson III. It's number 7, man. You can't ever forget the Prince. I still like watching Prince play baseball, man. I love Prince at football, but man, Prince is he's a special kid on that baseball diamond. And then we got Mr. Mike Hickman Jr., number 3 on that squad as well. So loaded squad, man. I need to get out and check them out in person. I would actually like to, kind of talk to some of the kids, man. They're one of the teams that I have not gotten into rotation yet, but I definitely want to come check them out and see those kids, because a lot of those kids that's on that team, man, are going to be some of our D1 high school football players here in a few years, man. So it's just fun kind of looking at those kids and tracking them and seeing what they got going on. So shout out to Courtney and the DEA Dragon Elite Academy, man, and for the program that they put on year in and year out, man. And so Hey, but far as that, can Bullet bust that bubble? I mean, we gonna have to find out. You know what I'm saying? Like that old saying, to take ass, get ass, bring ass. So, what I'm saying? So, we gonna have to have them two show up on the same day at the same time, man, and get this figured out. Can only be one gunslinger in the state.
Yes, sir.
And then we have the 12U Cardinals versus Bullet. Big time matchup, October 19th, 2024. Number one traditional versus number one in the age period. It's gonna be a game.
Hey, and look, and so the Bullet got some heavy lifting to do this week coming up because they're playing Texas Elite, which is an offshoot of RCU. And man, so they got some heavy lifting to do that week and stuff. But man, I think the whole city is waiting for this Cardinals Bullet matchup. That's got to be prime time. That's got to be a game of the week. It's got to be at 8:00 at night. I might need to host it at the Soda or something. That seems like that's the place where all the big games go down anyway. So yeah, we're gonna see that.
And man, that brings us to the key players of the week. Hey, we're gonna keep tracking these players, keep interviewing new players. Me and Raymond be out there in the field getting the player interviews, coaches interviews. Keep doing y'all thing. Anything y'all want to add to this?
No, man, but back to the big man. Make sure you guys are posting the big man. Like, we want to see them linemen. We used to have a kid, man, whose parent, he was a center. His parents posting him so much, man, you could have swore that kid was an all-star wide receiver. You know what I mean? But promote your linemen. Like, hey man, you cannot have football. You can't have tackle football without linemen. So let's get them out there.
Do it big. Do it big.
Y'all, I run the lineman coaches every Saturday, and y'all don't even put the kids out here. And then y'all be asking me what y'all gonna do for the linemen. We gonna sit back and wait to see if somebody gonna post them. That's what we gonna do.
Big facts. Big facts.
Hey man, that end our segment, man. And don't forget, if you are the league champion, you do have a chance to go play in the D1 Nationals December 13th through the 16th in Dallas, Texas. That correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, you got a couple other options out there too. UYS in Florida and Arizona. We'll be talking to teams as they were winning championships and holding up trophies and flossing rings, and let us know where y'all want to go. So we got options. We got options.
There you go. We got options. You win, you get to pick where you want to go. We see y'all in the next segment. Big U Sports League 2024.
What it do, man? It's your boy Hall of Fame TV. We in the building. It's going down December 13th through the 16th, 2024. D1 Nation National Championship. Hall of Fame TV will be in the building. In Dallas, Texas, one of the biggest national tournaments going down. Hey, if you want to join, you have to win your league. You got to be a league champion to be a part of this D1 Nation National Tournament. Also, you got to be a part of the NISD. Sign up now. Don't wait till you think you're going to win. You know you're going to win. Sign up today. And then pay your $450 per team. You guarantee 3 games in the D1 Nation National Tournament in Dallas, Texas. Hit me up today. It's going down. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. Hall of Fame TV. We in the building.
I'd rather go buy me a new deck of cards. That's about to hit.
Man, what it do, man? We got a Dallas Cardinals in the building. 12U, man. They been kicking their ass and taking names all season, man. We got King Davis in the building. Raymond, give my boy an introduction, man.
Man, we got the one and only King Davis, Keelan Davis, head coach of the 12U Dallas Cardinals. One of the most exciting teams that we have in the Metroplex. So, man, welcome to the show, Coach.
Appreciate you, fella. Appreciate you. How y'all doing today, man?
Man, we're doing great. Man. I just wanted to get on with you real quick as the season kind of rolls along and chop it up with you about what's going on over there in Cardinals land.
Already. That's a lot going on. It's definitely a lot going on over there.
Yeah, man. So, kind of want to talk about the 12U. You did it again this past weekend, man. Played a really competitive, divvied up your Cobras team. I knew that they would put up a fight, man. So what was your thoughts on this game this past Saturday?
I mean, first I do, you know, 'cause we did play the Cobras. They got a kid. I don't know his name. You probably do, Raymond, but they number one. His jersey number one. He pretty fast. I don't know if any other coaches, but I'm pretty sure he gonna be up for the Heisman because he turned that corner on you. It's good. It's goodbye. He got, and I ain't gonna lie, he got loose for two of them on us. And one of them, I thought he was for sure tackled for a loss, but he broke like I want to say like 2 or 3 tackles and squirted out to the end zone, man. And I was like, we all looked at each other on the sideline like, damn, what's going on? And so it kind of reminded you of the kid from the Bulldogs himself. Not physically imposing, but he just he's dynamic also. So that was good for us to see that type of speed. But as far as the game, we was without Cam again, second week in a row. He tried to play, didn't want him to play, let him, heal all the way up. Our number 2, Aaron and Boo Man, they did their thing, and our defense just, tried to force turnovers and make plays. Same old.
Man, I saw that big play from who's your middle linebacker? Who's that middle linebacker?
Caleb. That's Caleb Davis. Our middle linebacker. That's I want to say that's his second or third interception. I think Hall of Fame, you had it the first one he had earlier in preseason against Metro Flex when they tried to throw it to the tight end across the middle. He jumped up and grabbed that one.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So he did it this weekend. That play right there, man. We all just sitting there. They tried to throw it across the middle to the tight end again, and I mean he snagged it one hand, grown man style. Didn't break stride or nothing. And the best part about that play was the one catch. But if you saw him going down the sideline, he had a bow leg, so he going down the sideline. He was trying to tightrope it, and he kept his balance and took off. Man, it was a hell of a play. That what gave.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was gonna catch him, man. I thought they was gonna catch him. I say, man, he got a little bit further. He like he started running in mud. He got a little bit further down that field, man. He started slowing up.
So he got center too, but he played middle linebacker for us. And so once he caught that and did that, all the linemen, you see Rodney, you see all of them, they jumping up and down, they going crazy. They are all excited for him. When they get to do stuff like that, they all get lit together. But it was
another kid I want to ask you about, man. I know this is not your level, but Montreal. Montreal had another good game on that 10U level. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really put my finger on that 10U team yet. It seems like it's like it's missing consistency for me. It's what it's missing for me. It's missing consistency.
I say this, they are, but it's mostly they I think out of the 26 kids, I think 17 of them are 9. So and you got a 9-year-old quarterback, 9-year-old running back. I think three out of the 4 receivers are 9. So, their offense is basically 9-year-olds leading the charge. And so they had that, you had those ups and downs throughout the season when you got a lower level, in the traditional, you got that lower level team. It's hard to, you're going to some 10-year-olds. But Montreal, you can see as the season is going along, he's getting more and more comfortable. And I think him and our receiver, Makai, the one who caught the 2 touchdowns against the Wolves, they are starting to click even more. They click.
Is that number 4? Is Makai number 4?
Yes, they click.
Okay. Yeah, he a dog, man. Number 4 dog, yeah.
Yeah, they click, and I wouldn't be, it's going to be tight, as far as how they're going to do it. But Makai he had 2. I think he had 2 yesterday. I think he went out again for 2 yesterday. And he just, if you ain't got a good secondary, they're going to pick you apart. I think Montreal threw for 4 and ran for another one. So he's starting to get better. The team is starting to get better and better. They get, like you say, consistent. The 9-year-olds are starting to grow up as the season go along. Montreal, Makai 10. So he's picking up a lot of the slack with the 9-year-olds as they get going. And now that they starting to get going, it's going to make it a lot better for him, I think.
As a coach, could you compare, or do you? Let me ask, do you compare where Montreal is compared to where Booming was at the same age?
Yeah, I do a lot. I know a lot of people do too. Um, and I try to not to. My thing is, I try to not to put it on Montreal like that because Booming stepped into a different situation. You know what I mean? Like Booming, he stepped into a team and he wasn't really asked to like lead them. You know what I'm saying? It was so many pieces that he had around him, and now that Montreal is starting to have that around him, that's where the expectation is starting to come from. Is like, okay, you got your receivers now, you got a running back in Jalen, the offensive line starting to come along. Now they want you to do the things that your brother did before. But I just want Montreal to be Montreal. Don't try to be Boo Man because Boo Man is different. Like he's just a different kid. He's more he's just more, rambunctious and just outgoing. Montreal is a little more reserved and kind of just he didn't want to play football. It don't matter. He like playing defense more than he like playing offense. So, that's just a difference in them. I just want him to be himself and just go win, man. But it's gonna be hard. That comparison gonna always be there.
Right. So, and I want to talk about Makai. Man, it just seems like as the weeks have gone on, I don't remember week one if he was really as noticeable as he has been in the past couple of weeks. Like, what has been the evolution of that passing offense with that level that has gotten him to this point?
I mean, week one he was there. I think they was using him more so trying to run him a little more, and versus just hey. Now I feel like they just realize, hey, that's our weapon. That's our mismatch. He big, he fat, he great after the catch. Once he catch it, he can make the first kid miss, go down the sideline. Like, I think he made like 3 kids miss against the Wolves on the screen and when it scored.
Yeah.
And then Montreal, like I said, the quarterback is getting more comfortable. The offensive line is picking it up a little bit. Even the coaching staff together, they starting to try to like figure it out. Like, okay, we got Makai, but they also have a receiver, one of the 9-year receivers in KB, who, he's starting to pick it up a little more also as the week's going on. So it's when you got 2 receivers that's going and you got a running back and Jalen, like I say, it's the whole team is starting to gel a little more, and it's gonna make them better towards the playoffs. I feel like they should be. I think they're gonna make a lot of noise, and I always tell them, when you got so many 9-year-olds, you pretty much playing with house money, because whatever you do this year, the teams that got to see you next year know it's gonna be even worse because you're gonna be ready, you're gonna be loaded, and all these players, if they come back, that team just gonna be I hate saying it because I've been through it. It's gonna be like that 10U team we had. It's just they're gonna be dynamic playmakers everywhere.
Man, let's talk about that 8U team real quick, man. Of course, everybody knows about Kyrie, number 0, Agent 0, and how he gets down at that running back position. Again, I think he is one of the most skilled running backs that we have in the league. But DA, man, the quarterback, little number 5.
That's my dog. That's my dog right there, man.
Man, because that game against the Wolves were dead set intent on not letting Kyrie get loose, and they didn't. Like they were not going to let Kyrie beat them, and it ended up being DA, right? Because they just could not, on a lot of them scramble plays, those broken plays, those bootlegs, they just could not contain him. Man, how have you seen him evolve as that AU quarterback? Because seeing as the fact that he wasn't even expected to be the quarterback when the season started.
Exactly. That's the crazy part is DA was gonna be the running back, the was gonna be workhorse running back, but he ate and he can throw it. So they made a good adjustment moving him to quarterback, and that's the beauty of having when you can go to 2 different or 3 different, because they got another runner in Mike they can use, but they also got DA. Like DA to me is the one that keep it all together, because all you gotta do is tell him to pull it, and he's gonna make a play. But just as much as he impact on offense, he's a dog on defense. On defensive end, him and our 7-year-old Trey, man, they set the tone for that defense. So DA he can do so much for them, running, throwing, and on defense, impacting the game. he just I like him, and he's just so he's just a playful kid. You know what I'm saying? Like Brent always yelling at him, but you know Brent old, so that's why that is.
Brent, stop
Not
yelling at
play.
the kids, man. Stop yelling at the people's kids.
Brent be like, stop playing, stop. And Da, Brent and Da always like the look at Brent like and do a little crazy smirk, and he say, "I'm gonna take my belt off." You know how Brent is on them, but they, those kids, they be giving them fits, man. They be giving them fits. But Da is definitely special. I like the way our AU team is coming together. The offensive line, I coach Antron. He worked with them. I've seen him sit down there all practice and don't even go with the skill guys. He just worked with that O line all day, and I like
You
that
know,
because that's gonna get that mentality.
one of the things that I talked to Brent, and one of the things that I was just I'm really waiting to see is it's been a while since that AU has actually exploded on offense. I don't know if I think we're at a point in the season where people are just going to play teams tougher. And I actually asked Brent, you know, what does he see? Because you and I watched that AU game against the Wolves from where we were sitting at. And, you know, one of my things was the offensive play calling. Now, again, I don't know what's going on in the coach's mind. I don't know if we're trying to get extra kids in that may not play. I don't know if we're trying different schemes. But one of the things I brought up was I just have not seen that offense be as explosive over the last couple of weeks. And do you think, you know, it's been that the teams that they've played have just been some really good teams, or is it somewhere where we're trying to figure out different parts of the scheme at this point in time and we're trying different things heading into the playoffs?
For me looking in it from my angle of it, I feel like it's, you know, like you said, DA's just playing quarterback. The offense, he switched offensive coordinators to start the season. So Billy Ray's just getting the plays in, he getting everything going. And I just feel like, the Wolves defense is good. So I never thought that was going to be a high-scoring game. I knew there was going to be a slugfest, and whoever made the mistakes was going to lose the game. This Cobra team, they had a kid that was pretty good that can run, but I just feel like the players themselves kind of didn't play up to their level of expectations. And they were playing around.
I told Brent that, bro. My word to Brent was, I feel like that AU team, they play to whatever level of the competition is that they're playing for the day.
Yeah. And see, I had a conversation with the TNU as the C team was playing, the AU was playing. I had a conversation with the TNU, and I got on them, and I said, look at the score. This can be y'all. Don't think for 1 second you got to take a team lightly. You better go out there and play your best game. And sure enough, they did. But the AU, I think as far as offensive-wise, I think once DA in the passing game pick up, you'll see more points because the running game is there. The run game there, once they get the receivers and the quarterback going with the routes and stuff, then I think you'll start seeing more points because the defense is going to make the stops they need to get them the possessions. I think just once the quarterback and the receivers get more comfortable, then you'll see more stuff going into it. And right now, like I say, I like the way they're winning, but it definitely can go up to another level. You want to have that cushion going into the playoffs where I can go get 18 points and win the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, let's get on to this flag team, man. They just keep rolling.
Hey, before you move on to that flag team, man, before you move on to that flag run, man, hey, I like them that drip y'all put out this week, King Davis on the AU. Hey, do y'all got something new too?
That was the 10U.
That was 10U, my bad. Hey, 10U put out that new drip, man, and that was number 0. Whoever that kid is had the drip on, man.
Just wait. They got the 10U. That the white ones y'all saw this week was fire.
Fire.
They the best. They the best ones that I like. Them my favorites. But they got another set that they finna break out that I think everybody gonna like.
Hey, y'all, so people in the comments, man. People in the comments, man. Comments coming.
Hey,
not comments. Dallas Corner's coming with the sauce this week, man. I done seen it for my own self.
Hey, man, they making a run for it this year, baby. Everybody say, man, you know.
Was fly.
That was fly. That was fly. I dug that white, man. It was icy. Y'all have done it a couple times this year, man. you know, y'all's original, the red jerseys that was fired, the white
Yeah,
jerseys,
yeah,
man, the Carter Blues that y'all came out
yeah.
with.
My
I
Carter Blues,
will
yeah, they
say,
different. Yeah, them. I know how to fame like them Carter Blues.
Nah, yeah, them
yeah,
brother,
man.
yeah, them things were
I
nice,
will
man.
say, man, you know, Brent, you know what I'm saying, bro? You must have turned some stuff over to some other people, boy, because y'all show looking good now. You must have turned uniform picking and selection over to somebody else, man. You must have got Doyle picking the uniforms or something, Brent, because, man, I know that ain't you.
Nah, that ain't Brent. They ain't got nothing to do with Brent. They ain't got nothing to do with Brent at all. Nothing to do with Brent at all. Nothing. Nothing.
Say,
But
man, Brent still had y'all in them quack helmets, man. If it was up to him, baby, still. Brent say put
but yeah,
his
they
store
they
stick
they
on.
Ten U definitely stepped it out this weekend. They got another set they coming out with that's gonna be pretty fire. So I don't know if they're gonna bring them out when we go to Wichita, but I think so though. I don't know if they're gonna wait for a home game or not. I don't know. I'll check with Doyle on that.
Okay, Raymond,
Man,
we got 4 more minutes, Raymond. We got 4 more minutes on the interview.
all right, let's get to this flag team real quick, man. Again, another win this past weekend. A Train is doing his thing, man. Y'all's only loss this year. It comes to the
Wolves.
man who's probably one of the top teams in the state, bro, on
Yeah.
flag, which is the Texas State Warriors, and they prove it every weekend. Man, where do you see that team going and that matchup down the road, man, with these flags? Because I ain't gonna lie, Texas State Warriors took a loss this past weekend, man, and then the Chiefs took a loss this past weekend on flag as well. Wichita Falls Leopards look good, man. So it's really those top three teams that Texas State, that Texas Wolves, you guys, and that Leopards team. So what do you think about that flag division right now?
Our flag team, man, like you say, A Train, when he walked in the field, the cover said, "Oh no, we gotta check his birth certificate. We gotta check his birth certificate." He's so big, and the thing I like about our flag team, you got a running back like that, and then you got a quarterback like Deuce who can run and throw, and then you got a receiver like Junior who can go get the ball with his hands, and just the way the offensive line can be so dominant when they want to be. Uh, I know we lost against the Wolves, but that second half, like I tell people, man, they was down 21-0. Most kids will check out. They'll check out, like, oh, we lost. But, we got on them, and I just told them, they need to use y'all strengths. Y'all bigger than them. And, they rolled out 3 touchdowns in a row. Made it a real competitive game. And this week, they did the same thing. Coach Greg was out, but Coach Powell stepped in, got them to 41 points, and the boys just kept rolling. Only thing I see with them is just really they just need to keep what they're doing and just try more plays that you use. That way, when the playoffs come, you're able to score from so many different ways, which I feel like they can. Because
Right.
when you get to the playoffs, I always tell people, man, certain teams that you see in the season, it's harder for the team that won to have the same motivation. The other team that lost, they gonna have all the motivation because they gonna know what they messed up on. So, and I think that Chiefs team is gonna be a problem for people because I know they played the Wolves pretty tight. They played us damn tight. So our boys just need to stay focused, know their strength, and just play to their strengths, and they'll be fine.
Yes, sir, man. And we gonna get out of here with this one, man. October 19th, baby. I got a big one. Is it 19th
Oh
or the
yeah,
12th?
19. We're gonna go to Wichita this week, and then 19th is gonna be the 12U game that pretty much I know the league's been waiting to see the two teams that play each other, the best on the
Yes,
pure
sir.
age and the best on the traditional.
Yes, sir. Them top 12U teams, y'all. So, man, October 19th, 12U Bullet versus 12U Dallas Cardinals. Man, our top age per team, our top traditional team, man, they gonna rock out, man, and that's just kind of what it's all about. The Cardinals stepping up to that plate, man, and playing a team that's considered, one of the best teams in the entire country. So I think it's a great measuring stick for your kids, man, especially for you, a lot of your kids, because they're on their way out. A lot of what people
Yeah,
don't realize, a
yeah,
lot of your kids that you've had for a while, man. So this is their last run on 12U. So, man, might as well go out with a bang.
yeah. It's gonna be a good matchup. Uh, I haven't gotten to do my full report on them just yet, but it's probably coming on Saturday night. I already be on the DM. Probably Saturday morning. I probably already be on the DM, knowing me. But I'm just looking for the challenge. You know, you got a nationally ranked team. You know, people consider them probably the top five in the nation. You know, you want that type of challenge for your organization, for your players, even for myself. You know, I want to go against a team that I know is well coached. I got to prepare my boys to go against that type of team myself to get us ready for the playoffs. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, it might be our last game before the playoffs. So that's going to be something that I want to get our boys ready to, because they can do so much with Jamari and a quarterback, and then you got Gavin at receiver. You got the other quarterback. You know, they got some players. You got the kid. I think he's number 24. Me and him probably the same size and height and weight. So, you know, you just look at them and you want to put see where you can stack up with them. But we're gonna put a game plan together for them and see how we can manage it and go out there and try to go ahead and pull up an upset and put on for our organization. You know, it's a challenge. I love it. You know, I love the challenge. I love the
Hey man,
challenge.
what people don't realize, man, is the Cardinals actually have a reputation of popping national teams. Like y'all got a couple names on some headstones.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that about y'all, but yeah.
yeah. I got my first ranked national team. So I'm definitely up for the challenge. I'm gonna put something together, get a good game plan in, and see if we can go out there and execute it. So I'm definitely looking forward to the challenge.
Man, well that's it, man. That's Hall of Fame. That's all I got, baby. Man, we got the Dallas Cardinals. King Davis, head coach of that 12U team, man. Dallas Cardinals, one of the top organizations in the city. Top 12U's, man. Good 8U, 10U team, flag team, man. Top to bottom, man. Hats out to you and Brent, brother.
Appreciate you, Remy. Y'all have a good one, man.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Bird gang on me. Bird gang on 3.
Yes, sir.
What it do, man? It's that time. It's that time. It's that time. Traditional rankings. It's about to go down. We're about to get into that week 6 Big U Sports traditional rankings, man. We're gonna start off with that 6U. We're gonna get into 6U. Some people that moved up, some people that dropped down. We're gonna find out today. Week 6 Big U Sports traditional rankings 2024. Let's get into it. Let's start off with 6U. We go with our 6U division. Let me find 6U. Coming in at number 10, you have Lancaster Bulldogs. Number 9, Dallas Reno. Coming in at number 8, DFW Cobras. Number 7, Grand Prairie Hurricanes. Number 6, D-Town Panthers. And a top 5 list for week 6 on traditional Big Two Sports League. Coming in number 5, Texas Fate Warriors. Number 4 team to beat, North Texas Chiefs Elite. Number 3, Wichita Falls Leopards. Number 2, Dallas Cardinals. And still the team to beat, Texas Wolves of Dallas, 6U Flag. Hey, man, y'all let me know in the comments right now. Do y'all think Texas Wolves with G-Baby over there still deserve to be the number 1 team in the Big East Sports League on the traditional side? Let me know right now. Yeah, let me know in the comments right now. Represent. Texas Wolves is the number 1 team to beat. Week 6, Big U Sports League. Seeding is important for playoffs. Seeding is important for playoffs. Don't want to take too many losses, drop down to the bottom where you have to play number 1. But we're going to keep it pushing right along into the rankings. We're going to move along to number 8U. 8U, let's see what we have. 8U, we got coming in number 10, Lancaster Bulldogs. Number 9, D-Town Panthers. Number 8, Grand Prairie Hurricanes. Number 7, Wichita Falls Leopards. Number 6, DFW Cobras. And the top 5 teams for week 6 on the AU level. Coming in number 5, Dallas Reno. Number 4, North Texas Chiefs Elite. Number 3, Texas Wolves. Number 2, Dallas Cardinals. And number 1 team to beat, Texas Fate Warriors, still on top, week 6. Y'all let me know in the comments right now. Do y'all think Texas Fate Warriors deserve to be number 1 on the week 6 rankings? Man, who gonna knock Texas Fake Warrior off that 8U top spot, man? They been there almost the whole season. Who gonna knock them out? I want to know. Next week, week after that, playoffs, who gonna knock them out? Or will they be the champion of the Big U Sports League 2024? We're gonna keep pushing right along to the 10U division. See what we have in the 10U division. Coming in at number 10 for the 10U Week 6 rankings, Grand Prairie Hurricanes. Number 9, D-Town Panthers. Coming in number 8, DFW Cobras. Number 7, Wichita Falls Leopards. Number 6, Lancaster Bulldogs. They have climbed up the charts. Then the top 5 teams in the 10U division of Big U Sports League traditional. Coming in number 5 is the Texas Wolves on 10U. Number 4, Dallas Rhino. Number 3, Dallas Cardinals. Number 2, North Texas Chiefs Elite. And it's still the number 1 team to beat, Texas Fake Warriors. Y'all let me know in the comments right now. Do Texas Fake Warriors deserve to be number 1 team? But who gonna knock them off? Who gonna beat them? Hey, they got a test this weekend though. They got to go against the number 2 team, North Texas Chiefs. We will find out who is the real number 1 10U ranking in Big U Sports League. We will find out this weekend. Will North Texas Chiefs spank Texas Fake Warriors, or will Texas Fake Warriors spank the Chiefs in this battle, the game of the week? We will find out on Big U Sports League game day, Saturday. But we also have 12U, the final rankings of the day for the week 6. Coming in at number 8, we have Dallas Rhino. Number 7, DFW Cobras. Coming in number 6, North Texas Chiefs Elite. And the top 5 teams in week 6, 12U division. Traditional, we got Wichita Falls Leopards at number 5. Number 4, Texas Fake Warriors. Number 3, Lancaster Bulldogs moving up the chart. Number 2, Texas Wolves. And then the number 1 team still to beat, it's the Dallas Cardinals, man. Hey, will they be a back-to-back champions 2024? Y'all let me know. Who will stop Dallas Cardinals in their tracks going to the playoffs? Week 7, week 8, week 9. Who will beat them? Y'all let me know in the comments. Cardinals got dogs over there, man, but they do gotta play against some, I think some stiff competition coming up against Bullet. We'll see where they take their win or where they take their loss. We will find out very soon. Very soon, I think week 8 or week 9, we will find out they play against Bullet. But that brings us to the end of our week 6 rankings, man, of the Big U Sports League. Appreciate y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube Hall of Fame YouTube page. And we out. We see y'all next time.